The U.S. military will be deploying a new missile that will be an excellent counter to air defense systems. The AARGM-ER missile is an enhanced variant of AARGM and is air-to-land missile intended to knock out the enemy's air defenses. The new missile is to be carried by the U.S. Navy F-18 Super Hornet fighter and EA-18G Growler electronic attack aircraft. It will eventually be qualified for the internal weapons carriage on the Lockheed Martin F35C Lightning II. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how the U.S. Navy plans to counter enemy air defense, including Russian S-400, with F-35 armed with AARGM-ER. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account. Air superiority is the key to modern warfare. U.S. military is by far the most well-equipped one in the world when it comes to ruling the skies. It has the best aircraft, very well-trained pilots, and many bases as well as launch platforms, including more than 10 aircraft carriers. To counter this, near-peer rivals of the U.S., like Russia and China, have deployed sophisticated air defense systems as part of the Anti-Access and Area Denial A2AD strategy. For example, Russia has S-400. It was developed by Russia's Almaz Central Design Bureau in the 1990s as an upgrade to the S-300 family. It's been in service with the Russian Armed Forces since 2007. S-400 is designed to defend against aircraft, including fifth-generation stealth fighters, bombers, AWACS, cruise missile, and ballistic missiles. It's considered to be one of the most powerful anti-aircraft defense systems in the world. S-400 can track hundreds of targets at a time, engage up to 36 targets in parallel, and simultaneously launch 72 missiles. S-400 uses multiple radars depending on threat perception. The primary one is either the 91N6E Big Bird Acquisition and Battle Management Radar or 92N6E Gravestone Multimode Engagement Radar. They have a range of around 600 kilometers or around 370 miles. S-400 deploys multiple missiles to cover its strike envelope and can take out a target at ranges of up to 250 miles or around 400 kilometers, which are traveling at speeds up to Mach 14. Even second-tier powers like Iran have developed indigenous air defense systems that have decent capabilities. For example, Iran has deployed Khordad-15. Khordad-15 is a mobile air defense system which is claimed to be indigenously developed by Iran. It was inaugurated in the presence of Defense Minister Brigadier General Amir Hatami in June last year. The system incorporates a domestically developed radar. Speaking at the unveiling ceremony, Brigadier General Amir Hatami had said that the system is capable of detecting fighter jets and combat drones from 150 kilometers or 93 miles away and tracking them within a range of 120 kilometers or 75 miles. According to him, the system can be deployed in less than 5 minutes and track 6 targets simultaneously. He added that it can shoot targets at an altitude of 27 kilometers or 17 miles off the ground. It's evident that the A2AD systems are a real challenge to the U.S. military when it comes to enforcing air superiority. ARM, or anti-radiation missile, is seen as a counter to advanced air defense systems. This kind of missile is designed to detect and home in on an enemy radio emission source. Typically, these are designed to use against an enemy radar, although jammers and even radios used for communications can also be targeted in this manner. This kind of missile is commonly carried by specialist aircraft in the Suppression of Enemy Air Defense (SEAD) role. The primary purpose of this type of missile is to degrade enemy air defenses in the first period of a conflict in order to increase the chances of survival for the following waves of strike aircraft. They can also be used to quickly shut down unexpected surface-to-air missile (SAM) sites during an ongoing air raid. Radars are like eyes of the air defense, and once it's taken out, it becomes severely handicapped. Often, SEAD escort aircraft also carry cluster bombs, which can be used to ensure that after the ARM disables the SAM system's radar, the command post, missile launchers, and other components or equipment are also destroyed to guarantee that the SAM site stays down. AARGM-ER is an air-launched weapon intended to destroy enemy air defense systems, such as radar-guided surface-to-air missile batteries. The U.S. Navy's FY 2016 budget included funding for an extended-range AARGM-ER. Development funding was provided until 2020. In September 2016, Orbital ATK unveiled its extended-range AARGM-ER, which incorporates a redesigned control section and a 290mm diameter rocket motor. This resulted in increased range and also enables the missile to be carried in the internal carriage on the Lockheed Martin F35A and F35C Lightning II. It's to be noted that the missile can't be internally carried on F35B due to space limitations. The U.S. Navy awarded Orbital ATK a contract for AARGM-ER development in January 2018. The USAF has formally joined the AARGM-ER program and is involved in internal F-35A and F-35C integration work. AARGM offers improved capabilities over the HARM systems it replaces, including advanced signal processing, improved frequency coverage, detection range, and field of view, time-critical standoff strike, missile impact zone control to prevent collateral damage, counter-emitter shutdown through active millimeter wave radar terminal guidance, and bomb damage assessment. The AARGM features new software and enhanced capabilities to counter jamming through electronic warfare. Previous versions of the missile could be spoofed by turning off the radar before the weapon could lock on to their signals. The missile has been in full production since 2012. AARGM-ER uses the same sensors, electronics, and warheads as its predecessor, the AARGM. However, differences include a larger rocket engine and tail upgrades to extend its range and improve its maneuverability. The missile also has its mid-body wings removed and replaced with a short strake along its length. Northrop Grumman started AARGM-ER engineering and manufacturing work about a year ago. It's an extended-range version of the current AARGM weapon. AARGM has a range of 150 kilometers or 92 miles, whereas AARGM-ER will have a range of 300 kilometers or around 185 miles. Keeping this in view, it's considered a standoff weapon, meaning it should be able to outrange an adversary's air defense missiles. F-35 armed with AARGM-ER will be a lethal combo for any air defense system, including S-400. S-400 uses multiple radars depending on threat perception. The main radar is complemented by target acquisition radars like 67 N6 Gamma D and 9 N6 Protivnik G radars in L-band, Nebo SVU in the very high frequency band, and Nebo M and Zebu M in multiband. Nebo SVU and Zebu M are touted to have the ability to detect stealth aircraft. But there's a catch. Even if some radars are able to detect F-35, they'll find it very hard to track it and have radar lock. Viewers may note that to target an aircraft, quality tracking is needed so the missiles can be guided towards it. It's highly unlikely that this kind of radar tracking can be achieved by any existing system at such a long range of around 185 miles or 300 kilometers.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.